stop sharing my screen, and welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning.
All right, well, thank you for having me. I'm just going to go straight into it because it is a bit of information we're going to be going over. But first off, one thing I want to share is exactly why are we doing Intranet. So my name is Isai Diego. I'm a realtor with the Lakewood office, and I do work with my mother. I've been working with her for years now. And I do tech specialization in web marketing. So why do you want to have a website? Well, there's multiple reasons, but these are the three main points I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. The first one's that 70 to 75% of buyers found their agent on the internet. Also, about 90% of buyers look for the new home online. You will have the one-off that sees a sign off the street or goes to a random open house, but that's becoming less and less common. 60% of people also, of clients, Googled their agent. So what is your presence like online? What do you have online? If someone searches your name, what do they find? And these numbers are just increasing year over year. So what I'll be covering with Reliance Networks today is, or why you want to be using Reliance Networks, is because it does have the IDX home search integrated already. It does have a CRM and lead capture. You don't have to worry about drip campaigns. It's already there for you, and you already have the blog and profile set up. So when someone Googles you, someone looks for you, they see your website. They don't see just a mess on Google. Let me stop the share here, and we'll go into it. So I'm going to share very quickly what it is exactly that we're looking at. This is my personal website. In this one, I have it set really simple. I just have the property search, featured properties, my podcast, my blog, and my About Me. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be complicated. It's very straightforward. I could just search for something here. I could get if someone wants to know the value of their home, I get the lead capture here as well. They just give me their address, name, phone number, quick little bio, quick about me, how to get a hold of me, again, back to getting a CMA, an automated CMA, and they do get a 3 different opinions from 3 different sites as an automatic CMA. But using that information, you could also create your own personal CMA. And then featured properties, where you could put your own listings, office listings, company listings, so on and so forth. Here, for example, the featured listings I have out of the company, company-wide. Some of you might recognize these listings. They might be yours. And that's the benefit to this, is that other agents will be featuring your listings in their website. Lastly, I have a little quote here and then more information. Let me go. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. Give me one moment. Sorry, guys. All right. So what we'll be covering today is setting up the profile information. Is one of the first steps you want to do with the website. So once you're giving your login information, first thing you want to do is you could go to BHHSCAprops.com. This is one of the fastest ways to access your own website. Come here, all the way in the bottom. You just click Agent Access. Now, I'm going to be using mine at first, so I could show you exactly what we're setting up in the profile. So when you log in, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get into the Reliance Navigation. It's a lot to take in at first, but once you start using it little by little, you'll be getting the hang of it. The first thing you want to do, though, when you first come into here, you want to scroll around, see what we have. But when setting up your website, you want to set up your profile first. It's the most important thing. You set up your profile first because it syndicates with the company roster. And that's really important when you're on the company roster. So I'm going to go to BHHS Props. I'm going to find myself real quick, and you'll see exactly what it is that I mean. If you've never explored the website before, I highly recommend you do. You get a good feel of what's going on around here, what people see. It's taking forever to load. In the meantime here, you could click on your name. You might not have a picture just yet, and that's what I'll be teaching you how to adjust as well. So you just click on your name here and click profile. So fly around my face right now. Here is where you'll be setting up all of your information. You might be given a default password. You could change it here. But after that, it comes to your information. You put in your first name, you put in your last name, and you put in your custom title. If you're a broker associate, you could put in broker associate. If you're office admin, you could do office admin here. And you put your state license number here as well. After that, you do your emails. As far as your email settings go, your primary and your email too, you want to have your email in there twice. So if someone hits reply to in any of your emails, it'll go to your second email here. So 2 agent copies. You don't have to worry about whether or not you'll get an email. When someone hits reply, they will get your they will go straight to your email there. Third, you want to set up your phone numbers. Text or cell, I only have one phone number for business. And then once you type in this information, you need to click submit. Once you click submit, it'll save that information for you. And then we come back down. This is where you upload the photo. It's recommended that you set up a image in a 10 to 8 or 8 to 10 ratio. So what that means is that if it's 1,000 pixels, if it's 800 pixels wide, it has to be 1,000 pixels high. That avoids any distortion with your pictures throughout the website, as well as through the marketing materials that will be sent automatically. Just make sure it's under a certain size. It can't be more than 350 kilobytes. There's a lot of resources out there that you could just do image resize, and they could do it for you automatically. You don't have to edit anything on Photoshop. It's just, there's a lot of services out there that can keep it under this. Custom listing website logo. I uploaded my little logo. It does show up here and there, but it's not really the emphasis. You just want to provide value here. You don't want to say me. So it's not extremely important that you have one. I do happen to have one, but it's not really an emphasis here. Also, when you upload the photo, you do want to click update file, upload it, and then click save, and it'll upload that file for you. And that's when your image will show up on the top right here. Keeping coming down. Now, I'll get into what this is later, but you do want to put in your email address, and you do want to put in your phone number, and click use both, and then click submit again. This is very important for lead capture. I highly recommend that you do this when you're setting up your profile. You set it up later, you're going to forget. So just do that now. And then we come into the social network icon links. This is important also for the roster, which hopefully this will, it hasn't loaded. So you know what, let's go to the office roster. We'll go to, because I know it'll load there. So this is the agents that are out of my office. And you see, this is the roster. So if someone looks up in the office and they say, look for agents, this is what's going to show up: your email, your phone number, address. But you'll see that mine is slightly different. And that's because on Reliance, I set up all my links. For example, on mine, I have my profile. I have my phone number, all my social links: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, my website, my featured listings. I speak Spanish. This link here goes straight to my profile, which I'll also be teaching you how to set up down the line today. So on the roster, all that information that you're putting in your profile here is going to show up. So you need to make sure that you have your Facebook name, the username only. If you have Twitter, you put @ and then your Twitter handle. And then after that, your YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and blog, you put in the entire URL. If you have Pinterest, you can put the entire URL. Google Plus is no longer around, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, you put everything in, you click submit. You don't click submit, it won't save, and it won't syndicate with the company roster. Lastly, you want to put in your CRMLS username. This ensures that any featured listings that you have, any listings that you have, Reliance will know that that is your listing. So it's important you put in that this is your specific ID or your user ID. And if you're bilingual, trilingual, this is where you put that in as well. I speak Spanish, at least I think I do. Just click submit. And again, all saved. Easy peasy, right? So that's what the website looks like. That's what the profile needs to look like. Once this is all set up perfectly, then that's when your roster here is going to look like it's supposed to, which is with your links, your email, your phone number, all that good stuff. But what if we go to my website real quick? What it also does all the way down in the bottom in the footer, it also has all my links down here. I don't have to go in and edit every single page. It saves that for me. My Instagram, my Facebook, all that great stuff. Now, what about setting up the website? The website, the CMS is actually pretty powerful. So we're going to sign out and we're going to go into the test agent. So this is the demonstration website. This is the default. This is how it's going to look like. If you've never had Reliance before, this is what it's going to look like from the start. There's no magic to it. It's really straightforward. It's really simple. And Reliance Networks is actually pretty amazing with their customer support. If you call them within the hours that they're open, they're really responsive. If you send them an email, they're very quick to respond to help you with any help you might need, whether it's with the website or your domain. If you need to set up a domain, like for example, I have isaidiego.com, they can help you set that up. As long as you do have information to your own domain. So let's set up the website. So this one, for example, what does it look like right now? Oh, this is what it looks like. I have the default navigation, which is very busy. And just like my website, it's very simple, really straightforward. It doesn't need to have all this. This is the default site. Secondly, it does show Malibu here, I believe. And they can start looking for homes here. It's already set up in a nice way. There's not much you have to do, but you do want to customize it to yourself. For example, if everyone in the company just uses the default format, everyone's going to have the same website. You want to customize it to you. You want to make sure that you're showing you. It is your face providing value. It is you as an agent showing off these properties, whether it's in your area. And that's another thing we're going to be setting up is the default search. The default search at first looks a bit busy, and it is something you want to set up to your community. If you're in Lakewood, you want to narrow it down to Lakewood. If you're in LA, you want to narrow it down to LA. And then also, unless you're selling property to Brad Pitt every other week, you also want to cap out how high your listings that you're showing off are. You don't want to be showing off $8 million, $4 million, $12 million properties all the time. You also want to keep it pretty realistic. My target market, for example, they buy between 350 to 850. So now those are the properties I show. If they want to search for something outside of that, we could do that. They could do that themselves as well. I don't stop them from doing so. So let's set up the website first, and then we'll go into the search. to edit the website. And please let me know if I'm going too fast. Let me see the chat. Here we go. Website provides offer custom email feature as well. Do you want to go into that, Ali, please? I'm not entirely sure about that.
I'm sorry, can you guys hear me or see me? I joined 5 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, but I'm a little lost here.
Okay, so let's see. What is the website?
What, I'm sorry, did you have a question?
Yes, so the question here is the custom email feature. I'm not sure whether or not, because I use G Suite for my email. I'm not sure whether Reliance provides an email feature.
No, they do not. However, if you have an email that is purchased through, for example, like GoDaddy that you use, if you want to link that, you need to let Reliance know because it does not link up with every email. So you have to let them know if that's something that you want to do because they don't offer that service.
Then is Reliance different for Sage CRM and BHHS resources? Yes, it is different. Sage CRM is part of the Berkshire Affiliates Network, and Reliance does have its own CRM integrated, which I will be covering today. It is a pretty powerful system. I highly recommend it. And then Paul, well, I see your chat, so there you go.
I just want to say, Isai, because I am getting some private messages that what Isai is covering is a service that we offer that you have to subscribe for. Okay, so you have to subscribe for it, and we'll give information at the end of the class on how you can register for that, or you can drop your email in the chat and we can send you more information. So you have to subscribe to this service. It's not provided to all agents. You need to sign up and it is a paid service. So Isai is just doing a demo. So if you're interested at the end of the class, we can sign you up and we can give you the details on that.
Any other questions? Chat, please. Is this free? No, it is not. You do need to talk to your office manager to get this service set up. How do I get to the intranet? Like I said in the beginning, bhhscaprops.com. All the way in the bottom right, you just click Agent Access, and that's how you access that. So, moving on, and please let me know if I'm going too fast because this could get a little complicated sometimes, but not too much. So to set up the site, you go collections, layouts.
I don't have a username or password.
Ali, how does anyone get the username and password for the intranet?
The agents can email me if they want access. Everyone has access to intranet, but the website service they have to subscribe for it.
So now in the layouts, there's a lot of different layouts here. For example, if you dedicate yourself to commercial property or luxury property, if you want to do more personalized websites, which is featuring you, again, so it's site builder, collections, and layouts. This is how I get to here. Now, the one I'll be covering is the home and living. To me, this is the most straightforward. It's about homes. It's about, and it goes a little bit into, it does give you the option to talk about you a little bit. To me, it's again, it's about providing value. You want to be able to let people search for homes off the bat. So I'm going to be going over the home and living too, which is my favorite one. This is the one I have, but you could go over all these other ones: the luxury collection, layouts. If you're a manager, then you could also set one up for your manager for your team. If you're part of the team, you can set up a team website as well. Or if you're doing ranches or farms, this is another website that you could be using, another layout. But I'll be going over the home and living layout today. So let's do the home and living too. Now, to see how a website might look like, you just click preview and you can navigate it here. Now, the reason I like this one is because the search is up on top. The navigation's up on top. And then if they want, it goes a little bit into who you are, your little bio there, some links that you could set up for yourself. as well as like either a testimonial from previous clients or even a quote. On mine, for example, I have a Robert Kiyosaki quote, or you can just do a testimonial of someone before. Once you find a layout that you like, on the top left, you just click Select Template and click OK in the chat. And now that this is saved, now I could edit it how I need it to be for me. Now to edit your home page, you just click here on home page. That's all you have to do. And it gives you options to change either the color. For example, say I wanted a nice little blue. Yeah, I could change it to blue. I could change the tri-terry color to maybe that. I could change the colors around and adjust them to my liking, adjusting to your profile. I always recommend that if you have images in the background, to make sure that they match a similar scheme. And then what is hero? The hero background is, so for example, here I could edit the title. Your new home is waiting, or start your search today. And then say here in the bottom, just enter a location below. And you could see it live. As you're editing this, you could see this live. Missed one step, layout, home and living too, but was that one with search bar called grid? No, that's a different one. And yes, this is currently being recorded. Yes, it's currently being recorded. It will be available for future access. And to change the background, you just click hero background. And there's a lot of stock images you could use. For example, here I have a lot of the ranch ones. Or I could change it to say, I'm in Big Bear right now, so let's use this one. It's not snowy right now, but I like it. Every time you make an edit and you want to save it, even though it says saved here, it saves your edits as you go along. In order to make sure that the website actually looks that way, you need to click right here where it says Publish Home. And then it's not letting me save it because I need to change something called the Lorem Ipsum. So I need to go into Body. Not that one. Content. And then here, I could change the images like, hi, hello, my name is demonstration website. And again, Publish Home. And it saves it. The calls to action as well is something you definitely want to change. You don't want to keep this gibberish here. This gibberish only exists as a placeholder. So Market Watch, for example. See what the market is doing. Or Property Finder. Find your dream home today. I see the chat blowing up. Yes, this website does allow you to do a blog. The username, no, it's not. It's gonna be different from the Marketing Resource Center, Monica. And then how are we gonna get access? Ali, we'll explain that at the end. How we'll be able to access the recording later. And then contact me today to make your dreams come. Boom. See how it's saving my edits? But then it's saying I still can't save it because I need to change one last thing. So the testimonial. Awesome agent. Now I can publish it. And that's how my website's going to look like now. Obviously, I did it very fast and crude. You do want to give it a little bit of thought about who you are here. You do want to upload your image so it comes up, as well as your name. Obviously, my name is not demonstration website. And then if you want to upload a custom image, you could do so as well. And say I want to start searching. So let's look at our website. What does it look like? Well, see, it saved all my settings that I just put in. Great, right? And it's so easy too. It's not a lot of complex items you have to move. Again, it's just site builder, and then site editor takes you straight to your home page to edit it, and then just click home page, and you can edit your settings down here. And it does tend to go in order. For example, the hero, which is this here, and then the body, the content, any calls to action, which is these links, and the testimonial, again, which you could edit as well. What are we saying in the chat? Cool. Now, what does the search look like? So we go to property search. Now, like I said, the navigation looks a bit busy. We'll get into that right now. So how do we edit this navigation? It does look busy. Like, how do I even start searching? One way I could do is like just come in here and start a search. But what you want to do is back site builder, collections, and site editor. Brings you back to editing this homepage. But you want to click now navigation and interior pages. And you want to click edit navigation. Here, you'll see exactly what is in your navigation up on top. Like I said, it looks really busy. Well, that's because all these pages are part of the first tab, or all these are a part of the second, the third, the fourth. It looks pretty busy. You don't want that much information either. So what I recommend is, just start removing these. Just click delete, delete, delete. Featured properties is one I recommend you keep, but we're going to get rid of it here for now, and I'll show you why in a moment. Delete, delete, so on and so forth. Now, you could just remove the whole thing, but it doesn't let you until you remove every single one. And then again, usually like always, once you make an edit, you have to publish your navigation. And then back, publish your home. And refresh this. See, I have less tabs now. I only have 5 links up here. It keeps it really simple, really straightforward. It doesn't have to be complicated. And now, let's say someone does search for a home. Say I'm looking at Long Beach. Wonderful city, by the way. I love it here. And then click search. This is what the search looks like. And it's showing me all the properties in Long Beach. Obviously, it's going to give me from the most expensive down. And like I said, you could edit this in the default search. As far as the default search goes, it'll show me. Sorry. It'll show me all the properties in the entire counties. Obviously, you want to avoid things like this, the $45 million listing, $3 million listing. I get it. People do buy them. They do move. But again, unless you're selling to millionaires on a constant basis, you actually want to trim these down. Also, because you're going to see like commercial properties, vacant lots, multifamily. So we're going to edit that. We're going to get rid of those listings at first to search. Wait 1 second. Okay. So very quickly, again, if I'm on my homepage, I just start to search here. So say I'm looking in Los Angeles, California. Click search. Boom. Properties in LA. 69 million, which is vacant land. We don't want to really show these unless you're specialized in commercial property. So let's narrow these down. Back in the site builder, you're going to go search, and we're going to click manage. I already have one saved here, but we're going to create a new one. So on the top left, you're going to create a My Agent Saved Search. This will allow you to create custom searches, which later you could use to create custom pages as well. For example, showing properties with pools, or showing properties that don't have HOA, or showing properties that are only 3 bedrooms. You could do that. This one, for example, I'm going to create a new search, just properties in Long Beach. Now, again, I don't want to show vacant land. I don't want to show commercial properties. I don't want to show sold property, just what's for sale, what's pending, single family, and condos. Let's say I don't want to show multifamily either. You just click submit. And I don't want to set a max on the price. Long Beach is very diverse in price. So you can get them as low as 300 in condos, as high as 2 million in Belmont Shore. So I'm not gonna put any cap here. Once you're happy with the filter that you set, you just click Save Search. And you're going to save it for your website. Does the Intranet have a different CRM? Yes, it does. And I'll be getting into that in a moment. So you click Continue, and you want to name it something simple. That way you don't remember. Default is what I say. Just name it. That way you always know what is your default search. For example, if your office is in Long Beach, or Bixby Knolls or Long Beach office, then you obviously want to put your default search to be in Long Beach. And then we go back to the Save Search Manager. Now here on the right, you need to click this little radio button. That way it makes sure that whatever default you set, it, oh goodness sakes, that it actually saves it as your new default search. We go back to Collections, Site Editor, and then back to your navigation. And now here on Property Search, all we need to do is feature properties. No. Fine. Goodness sakes, where did it go? It disappeared on me. Goodness sakes. Yeah, and that'll be our default search. So whenever someone goes in here, the current location, click search. There we go. I'm in Big Bear right now, so that's where it's showing that I'm supposedly at. Cool. Now, if I start searching outside of the parameters that I set, it's going to get rid of that original search defaults. Can you have multiple searches set up? Yes, you can. That's why we go back to Site Builder, Search Manage. And you could create a new search, say for a specific client or for yourself. And this link here is going to be the search that you want to be using. and you can edit it at any time as well. Now, like I said before, you could create a search for properties with a pool, for example. But you could also save it towards specific clients or specific leads that you got from the internet. Now, how do you set it up? Well, first thing I want to cover is the lead capture. So say I have my website ready to go. It looks great. I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. Now, how does the CRM work? Well, first let's get into the leads. Now, remember when I said that you want to set up your email and phone number in your profile? It's because of this here. You go manage. Go ahead. Yes.
Isai, sorry. Just want to briefly pause really quick because Dennis wanted to just, he's on the call today and he just wanted to say a few things.
Oh.
So we're just going to take a very brief pause so Dennis can just say
Awesome.
what he wants to say. Dennis, we're ready for you. Okay, he might. Okay, maybe he's not ready.
No, I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. How's your Saturday going?
Pretty great.
Happy Saturday, Dennis.
First off, I want to thank the excellent training. Isa, I thank you for the training. You look like in a special environment that I'm jealous you're there and I'm not. So in today's world, COVID-19, working to be adaptable to understanding those challenges, but really opportunities to work hard, but also get some rest, have some fun in life, and enjoy life. Nothing wrong with having a great opportunity to work hard, but also create time for ourselves and our families. But I also want to thank, the great training today on the website. Also, Allie's hard work, Paula's hard work, Ruby. So in having our company move forward, we have people that are making valuable information and time to commit to keep growing our company. So I just want to say thanks to everybody on the call, but also those that are helping behind the scenes. Our company grows and improves and steps up. Our production is still continuing, but we could always focus on doing more. So let's have July 1st as a restart, a reset to our real estate business. It's the second half of 2020. It's an opportunity for us to be better because life is about moving forward. And we appreciate all of you being on the call. And I'm committed to moving forward with all the help of all the people on the call, Isa, Allie, Ruby, Paula, and all of those that are taking the class. Knowledge is power when used. So thank you for being on the call. Make it a great Saturday. Thank you for being part of our company, and take care.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Dennis.
Thank you.
All right, Martin, you made a very specific question. Custom URL. Yeah, that's a custom URL. It will be static URL, but you will have to set up that forwarding with whoever your domain manager is. Now, where was I? Right. So, lead capture. Now, remember that I said that you have to set up your email and phone number for the lead capture? This is the reason why. There are 3 ways to capture leads. There is a company distribution, office distribution, and then your personal lead capture. And Ali, please correct me if I'm wrong, but say someone visits BHHSCAprops.com and puts in their information. That lead goes to an agent at random, right?
That is correct. So it goes to an agent at random. So it'll go to agent A. And if agent A doesn't accept within, I believe the gap is 15 minutes, which is a huge gap, then it will jump to agent B and so on until someone accepts it. And that only happens with agents who have websites.
And that's why it's important to have your email and phone number in your profile for lead capture, because that's where you will be getting the notification. As far as accepting them, this is where you go. You go lead, manage. Now, I have no idea who this lead is, but I'm going to accept it. Now, if it's company-wide, it goes to the entire company roster until someone accepts it. And you only have, like Ali said, 15 minutes to accept it. Now, say at my office, Lakewood office, if they're at the Lakewood office website, then it'll go at random to someone within that office until someone accepts it. And you have 15 minutes to accept it. So I go here, I click the little check mark, and I click accept lead. And boom, done, captured. And then it's just accept selected leads. And that's how you capture them. So there's the company-wide and then there's the office-wide. But for your personal, if you have your own website and someone puts in their information on your website, then that lead is forever yours. It's not going to go to the next agent. It will be yours and yours solely, so long as you have a website. Now, where do these leads go? These go to the CRM. So if I click client's contact list, I see all of the leads or all of the leads I've gotten so far. If it's a lead, it'll show here as web client, or non-web contact is someone I've either uploaded and entered manually myself. So I'll always be able to differentiate exactly where these people came from. So for example, Aaron, Jessica, and Jack, they came from the internet directly. But Jess Duell, I put her in myself. So I'll know who's where. Now, what can I do with this CRM? In my opinion, it's a pretty powerful CRM. So, for example, if I go to Aaron Dalgord, I see their profile. I see their first name, last name, their email. If I have it, I put in their address. And like any CRM, you have to work it in order for it to actually be functional. So as you're getting information, you put in that information. Where do they work? Where do they live? If you have it, when was their birthday? When's their anniversary when they bought a home or when they got married? Secondary information, how do you contact them? Maybe they're a doctor. So for example, doctor, and so on and so forth. Also, lead information. Where are they at currently in the buying process? Are they a future client that I need to incubate? Are they currently looking? Are they completely qualified? Do I have an appointment? Do I have an offer? So on and so forth. You want to be changing these as you go along with any CRM, whether you're using Reliant Desk, Follow Up Boss, or if you're using Reliance. You need to be using the CRM for it to be effective. And this CRM is very, very thorough. It has a lot of things you could put in. Now, what I like about Reliance is the monthly newsletter. If I click monthly newsletter, they're going to be getting a newsletter every month. I don't have to worry about creating the newsletter. Reliance actually creates a very awesome newsletter, and it's up to date. It's not just random words that they have pre-selected somewhere. No, it's someone actually updating it. The past couple months, for example, it's been about working from home, how to be effective working from home, how to adjust your home during these times, things like that. So it's not random newsletters of just what upgrades I should do at home. No, they're up-to-date newsletters. They're pretty awesome. Property watch information. If I set them up for that, they'll be getting emails about neighborhoods they're interested in. Can you show a newsletter? Yes. Let me show what a newsletter looks like. So one way to see exactly what the campaigns look like that Reliance has, if I go here to marketing and I go to action plans, I'll see the drip campaigns that they have already created. You could create your own, but they already have some that are pretty awesome. You don't really have to do much of anything with them. So the monthly newsletter, which is sent on the 4th. So for example, the next one will be sent out July 4th, but they get sent every 4th, January 4th, February 4th, so on and so forth. The one for this month, the basics of home ownership and homeowner insurance, which, what does it cover? What does it do? What coverage should you have? It's pretty useful information. It's not just random words. It's valuable information. That was June. What about May? In May, technology that supports social distancing. You know, like I said, it's relevant. It's not just a random article pulled off of Google. How to sell with social distancing, how to communicate with social distancing. Let's look at April. April message, see what's going on with COVID. And there's a bunch of other campaigns as well. For example, the birthday one. If you happen to know the birthday, this email gets sent out on their birthday. You just put in their birthday, put them in the birthday action plan, and done. They get an email every birthday, which is great. Buyer action plan. What's great about Reliance is that it also gives you tasks or reminds you to contact someone, text someone. What's going on? Yes, Baba, thank you for reminding me. Your picture, your contact information will be in every single email. So, I mean, what's the point of a newsletter if they don't know where to contact you with? If they don't know where to contact you. So all that information will be in every single email. Now, this is the buyer action plan. It's a 30-day plan. Buyer introduction. You should follow up with them. What you should call them, when you should email them. What's another one? Monthly newsletter, home anniversary, like when did they buy or when did they sell? This is another action plan for that. Like it's been, etc. time since you sold or since you bought. So that's there for you. Another action plan. Offer action plan, seller action plans, and these are pretty great. Another great thing is that you could actually create flyers off the Reliance site too. You just put in, say, your MLS number if you're a listing. Let's see, someone give me an MLS number. Shoot me an MLS number of your listing. I don't know any off the top of my head right now. Let's find one real quick. Let me find an MLS number myself. Search. Let's do this one. The MLS number, flyers, put that in, use this MLS number. And then I could preview it. And then there you go. Flyer created. And it has your contact information. You can print it, you can edit it, but it pulls off the description off the MLS too. And it has all this information here as well. And there's a ton of listings, a ton of flyer options you could use. Let's see. So back to your contact list. Let's go back to Aaron. I have all this information. Now, if they're signed up on the website, this is pretty awesome, the web activity. It shows me what properties they've liked so far, which ones they've viewed. It tells me what searches they've done. That way, if I see them click on a property several times consistently over and over the week, I could call them and tell them, hey, do you want to go see this property? Someone has their microphone on. All right. Can you clarify the lead distribution or capture leads from any website? No. So if I have my own website and someone puts in their contact information, it stays on my website. But if someone goes to, say, the Lakewood office, which is the office I'm in, the Lakewood office website, and they put in their information there, then it'll go to one agent first. If they don't accept it within 15 minutes, then it'll go to the next agent. They don't accept it in the next 15 minutes, next agent, and so on and so forth until someone does accept it. So back to web activity. I could see exactly what they're looking for. I could also see interactions. I could see what emails they've opened, which ones they've read. And I need to also, like any CRM, if I call someone, I need to make sure I put it in. What did I call them about? What did we talk about? Did I leave a voicemail? Did I not leave a voicemail? Did I text them? But also I could see any emails I've sent them from the system, and I could also see whether or not they opened it. Notices, for example, I could get an email letting me know if they saved a search, or if they logged on, or if they logged on a certain amount of times. Like when a client logs on 3 times in 7 days, that means they're interested in looking for a property. Someone logs into your website to search for a home 3 times in a week, they're interested in buying. So you could set that up to get a notification, and you'll know, it's like, hey, I need to call this person and say, hey, let's go look for a property. Calendar. I know exactly when I need to contact them. If I set up a task to call them at the end of September, because that's when I know they'll be back at work, then it'll show up here. Or if we have a showing to do, I could set it up here, create a new event. Any notes you might want to type in. This is a pretty powerful CRM. It's not, it's a pretty cost-effective CRM because it's integrated with your website. You see what they're doing, and you see it on their contact information here. And then you can sign them up for the action plans. To set them up on the action plans, for example, if I know Aaron's birthday, I click add, and I'm going to put them on the birthday one. Or I could put them on the buyer action plan. It's a new client. I know that I don't know whether or not they could buy, but I could just put them on the buyer action plan and click save. And boom. For the next 30 days, they'll be getting emails, and I'll be getting reminders about when to call them exactly. I could put them on something else, for example, the monthly newsletter. Like I said, that's something you want to add everyone to. Say they want to sell a property, then I do the seller action plan. Say I know this guy wants to sell and buy, well, then I put them on there. They're going to be getting automatic emails. I don't have to think about it. And then when it comes to calling them, I will be getting an email reminder about when I call them. Email insights. This is what I was saying. Emails sent, emails opened. I know which ones they've opened. I know how often they actually click through it, how often they visit my website. And again, through the web activity, I could see exactly what they're searching for, what are they looking for, what areas, how often they're doing so, if they're saving specific searches. I think I'm going to open it up for questions. I know it's a lot of information to go over. Ali, is there something I missed?
No, Isai, I guess let's go ahead and recap. I think going backwards. So I think just recap the CRM. Yeah, it is a lot of information, but like Isai said, it's a very powerful CRM, and it just works so well with all of the lead generation systems that are built into the back end, like the marketing and so forth, and with your listings. So I did see a question in the chat about the lead generating system. I'll answer that one. And that one, let me scroll up here. It's clarification on lead distribution. So Martin, to answer your question, if anyone that goes to your agent website and fills out any forms, that's your lead. Anyone that goes to your site, submits any information, that lead goes directly to you. And then in terms of anyone that enters any sort of lead information through the company website, those leads get distributed to agents who have websites. And there's actually a setting within the site where you can enter the zip codes for areas that you work. And that, I believe that's in the profile setting, Isai, if you can go to the profile. I'm not sure if that's set up through the demo site, but there should be a portion that asks you to enter. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. So, but in the instant lead acceptance, Isai did say that you do have to have that set up. It's very important so that when you get any type of lead, whether it's coming from the corporate side or it's coming directly into your site, you want to make sure you have this set up so that you can respond to your lead in a timely manner and accept it if you have to, if that's a lead that comes in through the corporate side. So Martin, I'm not sure if I answered your question. If you have any more questions regarding that, please type it into the chat. And then Isai, there's other questions coming in.
Yeah, seeing Angie's message about the action plans that are already created. You can, so when it comes to the default action plans, you can't edit these, but you can copy them. For example, say the buyer action plan. Now, say you want to add more to this, you can, but you can't edit this one specifically because this one is owned and controlled by Reliance. So what you could do is click copy and say, click custom. Buyer action plan, click save. And now I could edit them. When do they go out? When do I get my reminders for phone calls? Well, what order do they go in? Add more emails, add more tasks, or remove them entirely as well. So you can, but you do have to copy the action plan first. Team website work differently from an individual website. Ali, can you answer this one, please?
Okay, so the question is, how does a team website work differently from an individual site? So the main difference, Scott, really is the setup is the same in terms of backend, except that when you're in a team, we assign those who are in the team. And so, for example, say, Scott, you and I are in a team. We both have access to the CRM through our team account and all the marketing that we do through that particular account. So it's just pretty much assigning agents who are in that team, and they all have access to the team's CRM and their marketing, etc. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Martin, yes, you can. So you would go under email and click new, and you could save it. So for example, I click the subject and then on the message text page editor. And then if you are HTML savvy, you do have access to the source code. If you're not, then even just the rich text editor is fine. You just put in what you'd like in here. Hello, how are you? Save. And then you could save this as a template. And when you save that as a template, you could go back into your action plans and insert that template into your email marketing plans. Hope that answers your question. And yes, hyperlinks, because it is a rich text editor, you could insert hyperlinks as well. So going backwards, like Ali said, we're going to go back into the leads. Again, whenever you accept the lead, you're going to see it here. You're going to get an email reminder or a text reminder or a text notification, and you have 15 minutes to claim it. You come here. Whether it's an office or if it's an office or company lead, you only have 15 minutes. But if it's your own website where that lead is coming from, then you could claim it whenever you'd like. Now, a lot of research has been suggesting that whenever you get a lead, calling within 5 minutes, you would have to, you're calling within 5 minutes, you get a higher response rate. Can the site be integrated with Google Analytics? You know that, for those that know what Google Analytics is or Facebook Pixel, I'll go into it real quick. Yes, in the site builder, you go back to collections and site editor. To website settings, third-party scripts, and this is where you would put it in the header. You put your pixel here, or you put your Google Analytics here, and this will save throughout the entire website. So on Google Analytics, you will be seeing all of that information about activity. As far as Google Pixel goes, depending on how you have your pixel set up, you would be able to track certain activities and be able to target the people that visit your website or that do certain things in your website. So you can integrate Google Analytics and you can integrate Google Pixel. I mean, Facebook Pixel, sorry. And then back to the site editor. Now that we're here, the interior pages here, by chance is there video possibilities. I'm assuming that you're asking whether or not you could upload videos. You would have to upload them. The easiest way I found to do it is to upload it on YouTube. And then here on the interior pages, I'm actually happy I'm here on the website right now. You would click add, and you create a totally new page. So you click add page, and then you could name it, for example, video profile. So for example, you want to talk about who you are. Choose layout, you click video, and then you could change. You could choose the template you like, whether you have a lot of videos or just one video vertical or one video horizontal. I like the vertical. It looks clean. And then once I do that, then I come down to video profile. You click edit page. Actually, on mobile, it looks pretty great. Let me see. Am I connected to? Let me connect to the Wi-Fi here, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like on my phone. Let me do this real quick, and I'll show you what that looks like on my phone exactly. Okay, I hope you could see my phone now. Yeah, okay. So this is what the mobile site looks like. And it looks pretty great. It looks pretty clean. My call to actions. As far as what does the home search look like, go to property search. And it could give me one of three ways I could look at this. For example, it'll give me either a list view. That's an investment property. It gives me a list view. Or I could also do a map view. On the bottom right, you see that little icon. And it'll give me all the properties in whatever area I'm looking for. Showing 100 of 372 properties. There you go. See? And that's what the mobile looks like. Great, right? Let's go back to sharing this. And yes, you're right. A lot of people are searching in mobile. So if you have a website outside of Reliance, you do have to make sure that it is compatible on mobile, because more and more people are searching on their phones. It's great for you to make sure it looks great on desktop, but you have to make sure it looks great on mobile too. And Reliance makes it a no-brainer. You don't have to even think about what it looks like on mobile. It's naturally integrated. And as you're editing pages, if I go back to the site builder and I go back to the home page, so it actually tells me, it can show me exactly what it looks like. See, here on the top, desktop view, or it could give me a mobile view as well. And I could see what it looks like as I'm editing. So yes, that was a great segue into that. As far as the video goes, site editor, interior pages, you would just click edit page, and then you do insert what the title you want it to be, your description. Wrong one. So yeah, you would edit it through here. Property resumes. So if you have your own listings, you can create your own landing pages for your listings. Someone was asking about landing pages. This is exactly how you would do that. You would just click add and create a page to exactly what you need it to be. Share what provider you're using for your email. I was considering using GoDaddy. Personally, I use G Suite. So the question is here is like, would you share what provider you're using for email? Yeah, I use G Suite. It integrates with all of my devices. It integrates with my calendars. It's a great email provider. That's the one I use. And I pay $12 a month for it. Yes, G Suite is Gmail. So if you use Gmail, that's exactly what it's going to look like, just minus the ads. And you have much more control over your drive, over your documents, over your email. There's much more options. It doesn't need to be as complicated as I manage it. It's very straightforward application to use. It can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. Any more questions? I pay $12 a month currently for G Suite. So I'm not sure if there's any more questions about the website. I know I didn't cover a couple things, specifically the blog or as well as the domain. The domain is something you do have to contact Reliance to set up for you, unless you're super tech savvy about setting this up. You can do it on your own, but other than that, I highly recommend you contact Reliance and your DNS to set that up. How can we access the video to watch it later? Ali, can you answer that, please?
Yes, so the video, we'll just post it to our company newsletter. On Monday, we'll also post it to our YouTube channel. And so it'll go out to everyone. You can also email me to request it. Isai, if you can also just go over again, just highlight the layouts that are available for the site.
Yeah,
I know some
definitely.
people missed that at the beginning. I know we have some great layouts to choose from just to make your site editor experience a good one. So Isai, you went over that earlier.
Yeah, so to do the site, that's the $1 million question right there. How much is it for Reliance? But quick, the site builder, collections, layouts. And then here is exactly whatever layout you want to use. The one I went over today was Home and Living on the left, and I used Home and Living 2. That's the one I was using today. But there are a bunch of other layouts out there that look really great. For example, let's say Home and Living buy side. Now, as far as buy side goes, what it does is that it actually gives you the buy side link here, that it allows people to go in and put in or get a CMA. So if I could click find out now, I put in my address, I put in my phone number, and I'll get an automatic CMA from 3 different providers about what my property is worth. But you as an agent will also get the capture information as like the phone number as well as the address, so you can do your own CMA and contact that lead about selling their home or listing their home. And there's a bunch of other layouts that you might just want to mess with. For example, the Home and Living video has a video as one of the testimonials. So for example, into the home page. If you're part of a team, you could do a team setup here as well. So say, for example, I do team 5. Let's say I selected either way. It's going to overwrite my home page, but that's okay. And there we go. This is what my website looks like now. Obviously, I have to edit all of this, but as a team, we could agree as to what testimony to use, what the team mission is, what resources the team uses. We have all the calls to actions. And again, to edit your home page, you just click here, home page, and it'll let you change all of those features. And then you do want to make sure that your profile is set up correctly here. So you click on your name here on the top right, click profile. Make sure that your name is correct. Your state license is here. You put in either title, broker associate, your email address, phone numbers are correct. All of your social links, you make sure these are all correct. Not sure if I'm missing any questions here.
No, you say you're covering them so far.
Okay, awesome. Now, if I go here to listings, it'll show me now. Remember when I said that you have to make sure that on your profile, all the way in the bottom, you put in your MLS ID. The reason is because here it'll show you your listings, what listings you have active, what listings you have pending, what listings you've sold, as well as which listings you want to show that you've sold. Or you could also put in a demo listing or create manual listings to create landing pages, which is a great selling point. How to set up a blog. The reason I'm not covering how to set up a blog is because it does get a little complex with setting up the images. So that is something we will be covering in the future. So link up vanity email and URL. You have to call them up to set it up. Yes, you do have to call Reliance to set that up, as well as whoever your domain provider is. So if you're using GoDaddy or HostGator or another website, you will be contacting them and then getting the information you need from them to provide to Reliance to set up your custom URL. Can the call to action used for our existing buy-side account? Yes, it goes straight to your buy-side account that you have with the resource center. If I go to listings here, say I create a manual listing. Demo listing. Not letting me. Can you upload your own home page photo? Yes. So again, site builder, collections, site editor. And say, for example, I have a team here. I could just go homepage, hero background, my images, add my image, and then I could just choose the file that I want to choose. So if I have it on my desktop, it'd be on my desktop. Add your description. If you don't have any categories yet, make sure you click I agree. If you do upload your own images, make sure that they are free of copyright. So if it's your own personal images, you can use them. If you are using images that a photographer gave you, make sure that you do have a release, because you could be held for that. I won't get into it, but yeah, you just want to make sure that you're able to use it. Okay, show featured listings so that your listings are okay. So I go. Let me log out of this one and log into mine. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you guys the featured properties. So if we go to navigation, interior, edit interior pages. And then I have the featured properties page. I just click edit page. And I'm showing the listings of all listings of everyone in the company. But I could click featured settings here. I'm showing the listings of Fellflower, Minerals. I don't have liquid in here. What's going on? And then also I could check off, I just want to feature single families and condos that are for sale. I don't want to show pending. This is exactly how you would filter these properties. Click save. Okay. And then publish page. And then okay. And now on my site, on the featured properties, it'll show me the properties of those offices that I wanted to show off of. Another great thing you could do is with the featured settings, say I want to show just my listings, everything we've ever sold. So let's put my mouse. It's not letting me. Multiple offices is how I have it usually. My office, or display just my listings too. That's how I would do it. If I have multiple listings, sold, pending, active, they would show right there. I'm certified in VA loans, probate, and trust. Can I upload the logos and put them on my website? Yes, you do have to create a custom page for that, however. Now, for example, site builder, search, site editor. One of the things you want to create is your profile page. So, for example, I have here my profile page. Here I have all the information, for example, my name, my picture, you see my phone numbers, my DRE, a quick little bio up there. I see all of my social links, as well as my associations. So CAR, NAR, PREPA, NAGLREP for me, my office, all that great stuff. Everything I need to put is in here. Now, how would I go ahead and do that is, let me sign out of here, go back to the test agent. So in order to create that, you need to go site builder, collections, and then interior pages. This is how you create new pages. You want to click add, profile, and then you have to choose a layout that you want. The one I'm just went over is the bio page. And the one I was using is the center one. But you could have a video bio page, an advanced bio page, where you have all your listings or featured listings in the bottom. Let's use this one, for example, or this one. Create. And all the way down here, video profile, Slovenian tech. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, there it is, right here. Bio test agent. And then here is where I would edit that information. So page settings. And for example, the title. Oh goodness. Interior pages. So about demo web. This is where my bio goes. Hello. Publish page. This is where I would set all that up. Do you need to call Reliance to set your accounts? If I'm not mistaken, you actually contact Ali directly for that, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. Now, the thing about the bio pages is that you can only have one. You can't have multiple bio pages. So if you want to create a new one, you do have to delete the one you currently have. So I'm deleting that one for now. I'm going to create another one. Add, profile page, bio page, and let's do advanced bio. And then again, edit page. What's great about this one is that you can actually show any featured listings that you have down here right under your own profile page. And then also here on the right, like you could say that you're certified via certified probate. Can your CRM be downloaded into a spreadsheet? So in order to do that, clients contact list here, and then export. So say I have all these clients here now, all these as in 4, or say I just want to do a couple specific ones. You would just click check, export, and then I could do all the contacts, or just web clients, or just new clients. That's how I do that. So let's say I do all contacts, export groups, and it'll automatically download it into a CSV. You can also import your contacts. Say if you're using a different CRM, that's where you would do it. Can you have more than one landing page? Yes, you can. So site builder, collections, enter your pages, add, page, and whatever you want to do. Text and images, or back page, URL from that on your page. So say, for example, I want to do text, and let's click, let's say this one. Create. Oh no, did I disconnect? Unstable internet. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I disappeared early. There we go. Okay, so back to the landing pages. So that's exactly how you create a landing page. Add, page, let's say landing page 2. Layout category. So if I want to do, I click what layout I like, and then I click create. And then boom. I look for my page here, landing page 2. Edit page. And I can edit this. I can edit this page however I like, and then using the URL, you will be getting that that as a landing page as long as you don't edit it too much, or that URL doesn't change. I don't know if I missed any questions while I disconnected there for those 20 seconds. Any other?
Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and we'll stop there. So Isai will be this will be an ongoing class for our Saturday series. So we will have Isai again, and again, as more agents sign up, that's where we'll figure out how we're going to structure the classes better. So we might break it down. You know, one day do CRM, one day do specifically blog, one day do lead capture, one day do marketing. It will vary. But we will have Isai again to do another overview. This session was recorded, so we will be distributing that. We'll upload it to our YouTube page today. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and put my contact info. So for those of you, because I got a lot of questions in the chat, for those of you who have not filled out an interest form, you can always email me, but something went out on the newsletter, or I believe it was either Monday or Wednesday, something went out with information on this class today, and then there was an interest form link attached. So if you can fill that out so that we can get you set up, and then we can review pricing structure as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording now, but we do have